Hi everyone, I'm Pat.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Thea.
And we're Team Awesome. Topics covered in this video include what is cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying in the workplace.
And cyberbullying with teens and children.
Also covered is using IS for unethical advantage.
And how to address these issues.
The first topic covered is what is cyberbullying. With the recent advent of technology and social networking, websites such as Facebook, MySpace, Twitter and MSN, cyberbullying has emerged. Cyberbullying is the act of bullying someone via the use of technology, be it a computer or a mobile phone. An example of this may include sending an abusive text message or leaving an abusive voicemail on someone's mobile or home phone number. Cyberbullying via Facebook or MSN or Twitter or MySpace may be done through leaving an abusive comment or a wall post. Cyberbullying, as you can see, is an important problem in today's society, as a lot of people use websites such as Facebook, MySpace, MSN and Twitter. It is a prosecutable criminal offence, meaning that if you are caught and convicted of cyberbullying, you can go to jail and have a criminal conviction put against you. And now here's Thea.
As it was discussed by Pat, cyberbullying is an act of bullying through the use of recent technology such as computers or mobile phones. Therefore, it can occur in many different places, including the workplace. Workplace bullying is a repeated behavior that offends, humiliates, or affects someone's work negatively inside or outside the workplace environment. This usually occurs when there is an imbalance of power, for example, a manager and a normal employee. New ways of efficient communication within a business is now widespread. Examples of these are emails, chat programs, discussion boards, and wikis. They may be efficient in sending data or messages, but some use it as a tool for bullying a co-worker. However, there are ways on how to address workplace cyberbullying. For the employees, know your rights as an employee and keep informed. If there are unusual incidents that happen to you or your co-worker, keep record. Maintain a constant communication to your peers and managers. Also, be aware of all the policies of your workplace, and if you suspect any behavior that offends or intimidates you, don't hesitate and report straight away to the authority. For businesses, promote a workplace environment that does not tolerate cyberbullying. Construct well set out policies of what is and what is not acceptable when using the internet or other communication systems. Consider blocking or limiting staff access to certain websites and blogs during working hours, and state that offensive or inappropriate comments about co-workers posted on such sites during or after working hours is unacceptable. Finally, offer counseling services. Here's Dan to talk about cyberbullying with teens and children.
Yeah, thanks Thea. Cyberbullying is also a massive problem among teens and children. With the use of social networking sites on the rise, our youth's vulnerability to this issue is forever growing. A recent study showed that around 31% of 14 to 17-year-olds claim that they have been the victim of some form of cyberbullying in their lives. Trends show that this number is only going to increase in the future unless we can do something to stem the problem. Every individual case, no matter how small, needs to be addressed in a very serious manner, as younger victims can often endure severe amounts of psychological damage from this. This damage can then have long-lasting detrimental effects on the child's life. This can then lead to any number of things, from bad grades to dropping out of school altogether. In some extreme cases, teenagers have even taken their own lives as a direct result of cyberbullying. This form of harassment generally occurs between adolescents, but cases are starting to arise where teachers are becoming involved, both as victims and bullies. There are many effective ways to counter this worrisome issue and potentially invert the growing trend. The first step is education. Information sessions need to be held in schools to make children and their parents aware of the real dangers that are faced in cyberspace. Lots of schools are already cracking down on cyberbullying within school grounds by blocking access to social networking sites and monitoring student email. It is also of great importance that the issue is addressed at home. The best way to do this is by having a computer in a high traffic area of the house, and parents should always monitor what their kids do on the internet. There are various free programs available that can help with this by making logs of things like sites visited, keys pressed, and messages sent. Another good idea for parents concerned about their child's involvement in cyberbullying is to check their mobile phones for abusive or threatening messages. If this is the case, parents should talk with their child about the issues and help them to resolve it. And now, back to Thea.
Thanks, Dan. Now I'm going to talk about how to address cyberbullying in general. The most effective way is to take action as soon as the incident happened. This can be done by keeping record of what happened. Reporting it to the authorities is also a sensible thing to do and allows them to initiate further actions. Another way that should be done is to communicate the issue to peers and management. Talking about what happened to your peers or managers can help relieve the anxiety experienced during the incident. And if we know that there's someone who will listen to us, we will feel comfortable of talking about it. Through this, we can also help other probable victims in the future. Also, in addressing phone bullying, calling your service provider and requesting the phone number in question will also be helpful. Here's Pat again to talk about how information systems are used for an ethical advantage.
Thanks, Thea. Using IS for unethical advantage. Unethical use of IS includes gaining information about a peer or management that is private and using it for personal gain. An example of this might be looking up the private documents of a peer and realizing they have a medical condition that you can use against them. Managers may send misleading information via email or SMS to co-workers, and managers have access to all information about employees, co-workers, and this may increase or decrease favoritism among them.
In conclusion, cyberbullying has recently become an issue due to the advent of technology.
It not only affects children, but also people in the workplace. This can lead to poor productivity or even psychological damage.
If you are a victim of cyberbullying, the best solution is intervention by either parents or police. Using IS for unethical advantage has also become a widespread issue. Cheers for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.